Den leaders, I see scoutmasters, I see people who are here to pay their respects. And that's one thing that scouting teaches, and the values of the world should understand.
All right, thank you so much. And obviously, not just scouts here, a lot of wonderful people from the community who have
we're gonna have to interrupt Barb for just a second here as the casket is coming out of D Event Center. We're gonna take a moment of silence here as we watch the casket come out.
Officer Agent Francom of the Ogden Police Department, 7-year veteran of that department, 30 years old, married, father of 2 young girls.
And you see behind him there in the wheelchair, some people, some officers who have come out of support. I'm guessing that was one of the officers on the strike force who was also injured in that executed search warrant. I know some of the other officers were there in attendance as well. One just released from the hospital this morning. Brent, how timely is that?
Officer Grogan released from the hospital this morning in attendance at the funeral service today.
You can see them linking arms around the casket after about a 2-hour ceremony inside the D Event Center, where there were songs, there were stories told, lots of tears, as you can only imagine. And now this is just the beginning of another part in this day.
Again, the officers gathered around the casket preparing to put it in place on top of a fire truck. A fire truck will carry Officer Francom's body to Ogden City Cemetery. We understand that all of the officers that were wounded, the 5 officers wounded 1 week ago as they tried to execute that search warrant on Jackson Avenue in Ogden, have been listed on the program today as honorary pallbearers. Obviously, they will not actually be able to perform those duties. Very touching moments, similar to this at the beginning of the funeral service, as the widow of Officer Francom, Erin Francom, walked into the D Event Center, again honored by all of the police officers gathered there, lined up in 2 lines, saluting, paying their respects to the family, realizing that they are the ones that will have to bear the brunt of this sacrifice in the years to come, without a husband, without a father at home. We believe some of the family members now following the casket are being guided to the vehicles that will take them in the procession that will follow the motorcade as it winds its way through Ogden. Toward the Ogden City Cemetery. That procession route going first north on Harrison out of the campus of Weber State University, then to 30th, cutting over to Washington on 30th, proceeding north on Washington to 12th Street, and then circling back over and around to the Ogden Cemetery where interment will take place.
Brent, just thousands and thousands of people. I'm sure some who have never met Agent Francom before in their lives. It is just as important for them to be there, show their support, let his family who is left behind their mourning know that they have support. Again, here's one of the other officers still in a stretcher. They were transported to the funeral today by ambulance, who are still left in the hospital. They were allowed a few moments to come and pay their respects, mourn their loss, as well as the entire Ogden Police Department is being allowed to today, Brent, for this 24-hour period from 6 a.m. today until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Other officers, other deputies from across the area have come to